Cam McGuire here standing along tonight's starting goaltender, making his Idaho Steelheads debut, Jake Kielly. And Jake, first off, I'd welcome you to Boise, but I know you haven't made it yet, but you are officially a Steelhead.
Yeah, thank you, Cam. Appreciate it.
It's been a long travel week for you, hasn't it? You came over from Glasgow. You actually met the team from Minneapolis here on Monday night. So kind of walk us through the last week or so to get back here to North America.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, no doubt about it. I was just in contact there with Sheener, seeing if this was even a possibility. And, you know, Sunday hopped on a flight with my fiance and our dogs, and we ended up making it back to Minneapolis, and then from there just had a quick trip over here to Rapid City. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Give us a little insight into the process. You mentioned talking with Sheener to officially become a Steelhead, but kind of give us a little backstory when it all started and when everything kind of came to finalization.
Yeah, so just a couple weekends ago, some things didn't go great in Glasgow, so I ended up getting let go from there. And, you know, from there I was just trying to figure out how to get home, and wasn't really expecting much to come my way. And kind of out of the blue, I had a teammate who had played for Sheener in the past reached out to me and said that he'd given my number to him. Next thing you know, Sheener was reaching out to me and just you know, figuring out if this was even a possibility for me to make it back in time for this road trip. One thing led to another, and, you know, I was able to make it out here. And, you know, just the way that things go in hockey, sometimes a couple bodies go down, and here we are. Good opportunity tonight to play.
Well, as you know, the hockey world is a small world. You kind of mentioned it right there a little bit. Anyone that you know on the Steelheads team prior to joining the club?
Yeah, I know a couple guys. I know Jade Miller pretty well. Me and him played together for a year in Austin back in 2014-15, I think. And I was able to get to know him really well over my time, so it was fun to see that familiar face. And just know a couple other guys from around the hockey world. One of my good buddies back in Glasgow, he's one of his groomsmen is Ras. So he told me to keep an eye out for him. So excited to play with Ras.
Always got to keep an eye out on that guy. This is your 5th professional season. You mentioned being in Glasgow this year. You were in Germany the year before that, but you do have experience in the ECHL as well as the American Hockey League.
Yeah, absolutely. I was there in Kalamazoo for a little bit for 2 seasons over the course of probably 7 to 8 months, a little bit of time in the American Hockey League. I'm excited to get back, play North American hockey. You know, Europe's fun. It's a little bit of a different game, but, you know, for me, home feels like North American hockey, and I'm just excited to get back and get to this level of professionalism and, you know, just try to make my impact here in Idaho.
In terms of the goaltending position, we can see it evidently right here for those watching on video. You're a pretty tall fella, aren't you?
Yeah, I like to think I am, but then you got Mo and you got Tomer's pretty big too, so I feel like I'm just getting dwarfed by those guys a little bit. But yeah, you know, being big never hurts in hockey.
Being standing next to me here, it's a little boost of confidence for you. But in terms of your style of play on the ice, what can we expect from you?
You know, I like to kind of model my games after some different NHL goalies. You know, I think that a good one right now, a good comparison for me would kind of be Spencer Martin down there in Florida, or sorry, Spencer Knight down there in Florida. That would be a pretty good comp for me. But, you know, butterfly goalie, blocky goalie, like to take away my angles, do as little work as possible for me just to be able to put myself in the position to make the best save possible.
Well, we said you haven't been to Boise officially yet. I know you've heard nothing but good things, but in terms of looking at this week and then kind of the road to come in terms of the schedule, be on the road a lot, which is a good thing when you're a new guy on the team, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're able to kind of get to know people a lot quicker because you're in the hotel together, you're doing stuff on the road, you get to go out to eat, go out to meals with guys and stuff like that. And, you know, like even just being able to meet my roommate Keller throughout the week has kind of made me a lot closer to him, and, you know, through that been able to get closer to some other guys. So yeah, it makes a huge difference when you're on the road. You form those connections a lot quicker. Lastly here, we'll see you wear number 35 tonight. I know that you probably didn't have much of an impact or a say as to what number that you were given, but over the last couple of years, what's kind of been your go-to goalie number?
I've been all over the map. I've worn 96. I've worn this past year, or in Glasgow, I was wearing number 1. Worn 1 in the past, 29, 34 throughout 5 years of pro hockey. So I've kind of been all over the map. But 35 is a good looking number, so I'm excited to wear it. All right, number
35 tonight. We're looking forward to seeing you in between the crease, and best of luck and appreciate the time today.
Yeah, thanks.